I'm certainly an intellectual nomad, but I'm also a nomad who basically lives in the house that I grew up in and work at the university I was educated at. I was born in the suburbs of Copenhagen in 1967. 1967 in Denmark, as elsewhere, was kind of on the brink of huge changes in society and huge changes in how people thought of who they were and how they should act together. My mother studied sociology. My father had just graduated as an engineer. They were living in the suburbs. And then at some point in the early 1970s, they decided to move into the deep Danish countryside. So I suddenly found myself as a 7-year-old on a farm outside of a small village in Jutland. And when I turned 18, I ran away from the place thinking I should never return again. I began to study natural sciences, but there was something in biochemistry that I studied that simply didn't match what I hoped to get from the universities. And then at some point I was traveling quite a lot, and I deposited the application to university with my parents and told them that before the 1st of July, which was the deadline for doing something else, I would call them and say what they should do instead. And on the 30th of June, coming down on the mountains in Hungary on bicycle in 1988, so before the turn of the wall, I thought, okay, maybe anthropology is the thing I should do. And I called them and they put the cross and I became an anthropology student. But with the ambition to, so to say, stay inside of biology as well, because I think I had a not very explicit intuition that where I belonged was with a foot solidly planted in the natural sciences and another foot solidly planted in a version of humanities or social sciences. I'm not really sure that I know what it means to balance private life and professional life, because in my world, both of them seems to be running on overdrive, where there is a constant negotiation for space and attention, and that kind of negotiation of it is just constantly wonderful and interesting and challenging. The advice I give to people around me who are moving into this field is to flip the perspective from the present to the future. Doing research is about constantly facing a set of unknown possibilities that are about your life and your career, and these problems tend to be evil problems. The more you think about them, the more difficult they get. And the advice then is to try, instead of thinking into the future, to move oneself into the future. And from that point in time, figure out what is the story I would really like to tell. If I project myself into that near the grave-like perspective, well, I hope there will be some people around who somehow learned something from being inside an environment that I helped creating. And that what they learned and what we learned was something about what it is that makes people interact with each other. We do two things as researchers. We create knowledge and we help people to grow in ways that are hopefully useful for them and for others.